Today we're going to be talking about breastfeeding. Who's excited? Very excited. Hey guys, today we wanted to talk to you about breastfeeding and all the complications and things that you can struggle with, things that I've struggled with, and ways that I fixed it. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. We're doing great on breastfeeding now. She's now almost 2 months old. She's gaining weight properly and everything's been going smoothly. We've dealt with engorgement for a while, and we've dealt with a bad latch and tongue tie and sore nipples and things like that. So if you guys have any of these problems, I can try to help you out. First, starting off with clothing items. With breastfeeding, I would recommend that you guys get at least 3 nursing tank tops. They have the ones that can click open for you, that are kind of like a sports bra, or you guys can just simply take any tank top that you have, cut in the backs of them, the string, put them about, I'd say, this big in the front. You're going to want to loop it. Then you're going to want to sew that together and cut off the excess. And that way, when you have your nursing tank top, you can simply unclick it, put the loop through, and re-click it. And then that's going to hold your tank top up inside the bra, so that way when you pull it down, the tank top goes down too. So that's pretty useful if you guys can't afford $14 tank tops, It gets pretty pricey. Nursing bras alone are $14, so you're going to need a couple of those as well. I would say at least 2 nursing bras would be good, and at least 1 sports bra that fits your body comfortably. In the beginning, your breasts could be larger, and as you go on, they could be smaller, or they can get even larger if you get a bigger milk supply. So you're going to want to definitely get a bra that's a little bit bigger than your cup size now, because you want to be able to grow into them, if that makes sense. So yeah, you're going to want those, and you'll probably want some nursing pads. These ones are the washable ones from Walmart. They're $6 washable pads. They come with 6, so 3 pairs. They're really convenient because the disposable ones, it adds up. Money adds up. And you're trying to save money as a mom already as it is. So I would go ahead and pick some of those up. The next thing that I would suggest for you guys is if you guys are having a low milk supply, here are some things that you guys can eat or do to boost your supply back up. First of all, if you guys have heard of fenugreek, you can get this at Walmart as well, or pretty much any general wellness store. This is 610 milligrams, which is the standard amount to get. They do smell like maple, and they will make you smell like maple when you sweat. Just a warning. And if your baby does deal with gas and reflux, I'll get into that later, but this can also cause your baby to have gas. So if your baby doesn't really struggle with gas that much, you can take this, but if your baby does struggle with gas, I would probably recommend you looking into it or seeing if this is the culprit for why your baby has gas. The next thing I would say is ground flax seeds. This works really great. These are just the organic flax seeds. Wild Oats brand. They're not that expensive, but they're really great for boosting your milk supply. You can add them to any food, protein shakes. You can make cookies out of them, the lactation cookies. Those are awesome, guys. If your baby struggles with milk problems, you can use dark chocolate, and if they're lactose intolerant. The next thing I would say is keep hydrated. I know it's hard to do. It's especially hard for me because I always forget to. I would say buy like Powerade powder and stuff. If you don't like the taste of water, or you don't like drinking something plain, I would add Powerade to it. Get some Propel, some Gatorade. Just stay hydrated as best as you can. Sorry if I seem like I'm rushing this, guys. A, Aurora's awake, and B, this is going to be a really long video, so I'm going to try to get through it for you guys. So yeah, that's some things that you can do. In the beginning of breastfeeding, I would suggest while you're breastfeeding to go ahead and massage your chest. As you're massaging your chest, as she or he is feeding, it's going to boost the milk supply because it's telling your body, hey, produce more, If you guys can, get a breast pump. This is not only going to help with engorgement, but as well If you have engorgement, it'll help relieve it. But if you pump after you've fed, your breast milk supply will continue boosting because your body's telling it, hey, you need to make more milk. You need to make more milk. Where if you're only feeding her and you're not, or him or her, and you're not getting all that milk out, your body's not going to keep producing that milk. So I think that's really important. I would say exercises as well, but maybe not in the first month because your body is still recovering and you don't want to put it through too much strain because your muscles are all moving back into place and your body is just really sore and you just want to give it time to heal. You know, you don't want to injure yourself further. With pumping, I would suggest getting a few bottles to pump in. Breast milk storage bags. These are just the Up and Up brand by Target. Actually, these are my favorite because not only are they the cheapest, but they are really awesome. They go up to 6 fluid ounces. They have the date, name, time, and volume. They're really great for storing and they're, like I said, cheap. The next thing that I would suggest is picking up some nipple butter, nipple cream, coconut oil. This one is just the Earth Mama Angel Baby Natural Nipple Butter. I personally like coconut oil and that nipple butter because you don't have to wipe it off. Lanolin and stuff like that, you have to wipe it off. And if it's in the middle of the night and you have cracked nipples and you just need something and you want to lather it on, you don't want to have to wake up, go wash off your nipple, and then go back and feed him or her, you know? So I personally think that these are the best, as well as just getting coconut oil, which is also good for your baby. So it's a double win. So yeah, those are just the suggestions that I have for products that have helped me along the way. One of the things that I wanted to talk about is if your baby has reflux or gas or is colic. Now this can be very difficult and really hard to deal with if you're trying to breastfeed, and it's hard to breastfeed as it is. So there are some things that you can do that will help with your breastfeeding experience, I guess. One thing that I have found is making sure that your baby's head is elevated higher than her or his body. I like to personally feed her head up here and her legs going downwards and just holding and then leaning back after she's latched, or holding her like this, making sure her body's down, or football hold. Those are the holds that are best for me, or laying down seems to be pretty good. Also, another thing that you can do is keep your baby propped up for at least 30 minutes. You're going to want all of the milk to digest easier and break down. That way it's going through her stomach or his stomach, and it'll just help with the digestion, really. And then you can also massage your baby's stomach clockwise, or I personally, after I feed her, like holding her facing away from me, one hand on her stomach and the other hand's under her legs. You guys can hear in the background. She's trying to poop right now. Sassy girl. Another thing that helps too is gripe water. I add some of this, 1 teaspoon now because she's old enough, in her bottle, and I'll mix it. It's still breast milk, it's not formula. I'll go ahead and mix that together and then I'll give it to her, and that helps just break down the food in her stomach and it helps her a lot. One last thing that I would say is watch what you guys eat, because everything that you eat, she or he will eat. So watch your caffeine intake, lactose if they're lactose intolerant, watch nuts and stuff like that. She's so talkative today. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. If you guys have any suggestions of videos that you guys would like to see soon, let me know. And yeah, thanks guys. Bye.